It's very easy to burn out. Maybe your body's exhausted and it just needs a moment of rest. Let's begin.
Oh, you're so hot and cold, warm.
Hi guys, welcome back. Hello to everyone who's a new subscriber here, and to all my oldies, hello. I know it's been a little while since we've last spoke, but I hope you're all doing really well. And this video is going to be a quick talk about the importance of reset and rest. Now, I definitely took about a month or two, I think, off. The whole point of me outing myself like this is not to say, hey, everybody needs to take a month or two off, because sometimes we can't. But sometimes we also have life events that happen, which means that we just have to take a step back from some things. Now, that doesn't mean we ever drop the ball and just quit. It just means sometimes that we actually have to be able to press pause, and literally just take a moment for ourselves, focus on some other things, and come right back to where we were. And the important thing I'm highlighting here is just that if you are in a situation whereby life is happening to you, whether that's changes in your job, whether that's changes in your marriage, your relationship, it's very easy to almost be on overdrive and not give yourself the grace to just know that actually maybe your body's exhausted and it just needs, in this season, a moment of rest. But it's also important to make sure you come back to what you started. Now, YouTube is one of those things, guys, that many moons ago, I started YouTube, and then I had this moment where I was like, I can't do this. And I never came back to YouTube until last year. I remember coming back and just really enjoying the process of creating content, creating videos, talking about the things that I think are really important, like healthy relationships, and really just working on yourself. The last 2 months, I've had different things happen in my own personal family, and this is why I highlight that it's really important you actually create and carve out time. In June, I had already consciously made that decision that I wasn't going to be doing YouTube. I should have probably told you all. And I knew July was going to be my month whereby I was going to take a holiday and have some rest. Now, that's not to say that you don't grind, because there's seasons where we just have to grind, and there's seasons where we just have to put that work in. But there's also a season where you do need rest, and if you have the opportunity, take it. I do think there are little daily practices whereby it's really important to create a space for relaxation, to create a space for rest, time with yourself, whether that's you who enjoys reading, whether you enjoy journaling, whether you enjoy just going out for a walk, whatever it is, making sure you carve out small pockets of time. And that includes sleep, guys, because most of us are actually deprived of sleep, mainly because we're on our phones scrolling, or mainly because we're on social media, different apps, interacting, talking, interfacing, watching. There's just so much things that grab our attention that is very easy to become so consumed by it. Even though sometimes you have to press pause, I want to highlight the importance of making sure that you come back to those goals, those purposes, those things that you have said are the most important things that you want to see happen in your life. And that's mainly because, honestly, I think when we set goals and we decide to drop off or not bother complete them, it really can actually impact your self-esteem. It can impact how you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself, how you feel about your life. It really can actually have a lot more knock-on effects. And when it comes to reset, I'm really talking about really getting you to refocus on those things that you said at the start of the year are important to you. And that's because sometimes we lose focus of the things we said we're going to do. And one of the things I had to come back to this year was really thinking about, what are the most important things to me? Maybe for some of you, it's going to be starting your business. Maybe for some of you, it's going to be growing your business. Maybe for some of you, it's going to be starting a YouTube channel. Maybe for some of you, it's going to be launching a book. Whatever that thing is, go back to the goals you wrote down. And hopefully you wrote some down at the start of this year. And literally just check in with where you're at. And if you find that actually you're kind of somewhere ahead, on one of the two of these goals, but actually you've dropped off from that goal and that. I think it's always good, whilst you're having that period of rest, to just reset the button on some of those things you said you were going to do. And a reset can literally mean a reboot. It can mean fresh eyes, fresh perspective on those goals, those things that you said you wanted to accomplish. And just check in and see, okay, how far am I? What am I doing each day that's getting me closer to those things? Am I doing anything at all? Get really honest with yourself, because half the time we find that if we are honest, we might not be doing enough to move us closer in that direction. So I think that's the end of my chit chat. Sorry guys for the croaky voice. I am definitely not coming down with anything, God forbid. Remember to subscribe and of course hit that like button if you enjoy content like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.
Oh, you're so hot and cold, warm in the middle. You got my heartbeat skipping, doing paradise.